We ask how do we empower the private sector to drive growth and development in Sierra Leone. So Nadande we talk about in the show this morning. So on the 6th of November this year, we see the World Bank report. And we get to do with Sierra Leone. Entitled Sierra Leone Economic Update. So it's a World Bank report. It's a World Bank update. That's its flagship publication for the country. It's tackle recent microeconomic and of course social development that provide short-term to medium-term outlook. This is not a report we basically divided into two. Therefore do with the private sector, how for improving the private sector, and also talk about how microeconomic system, how we economy look like, which in the drive we economy. What are the things that don't they happen in the economy that has to do with inflation, unemployment, and how we will manage in terms of taxation and all those things, how we able to get money, revenue collection and all. So this basically, that's what divide this report into two that we therefore do with but the main focus of this report reading through is about how we're able to boost the private sector. Remember, in terms of employment, government supposed for the employee with all what is happening, 75,000 people per year. But remember the last time we got a kind of conversation there with government in JC, well, then just they provide 41,000, which of course not close to the amount there. And I remember my bureau we talk about 260,000 jobs from 2018 to that of now 2025. So the country need more. It's unlike not even equal to the amount of people that win the work, and so this, of course, the starve the economy. If we get that kind of huge workforce, you feel like the economy go. People are not going to grumble if everybody they work or 80% or 90% of less than. You will feel like people are not going to grumble, say things are bad. So one for pay more attention to the private sector and waiting you feel say need for be done. For improve in the private sector. So one, we'll get high employment that people will get work. For put on that way there, so that we go push we can't go before. So this is basically we're going to look at in the World Bank report we issue on November 6th this year, 2025. So now that's what they can look at in the program this morning. So we expect forget our studio Michael Safa, of course, winner. Senior economist, World Bank, and also Bokari Momo, an analyst, and also Abdul Kasim Jah, of course, of German Group of Coming. So, then they will get in the studio for me. We can discuss about how do we fix, how do we empower the private sector. So, they'll be joining in the studio. My studio guests are already in front of me. Abdul Kasim Jah. We are the CEO of German Group of Company. Kasim Jah, good morning and welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Good morning.
It's been super long, over a month now. How things don't they go?
We give God the glory.
Okay.
Thank God for the life. Thank God for the opportunity. So far, so good. We're doing good.
I know it's difficult for the businessman answer. Our business on the boom. It has been booming or what?
Well, we thank God. We give God the glory.
All right. Bokari Momo, good morning and welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Okay, so how the weekend go like?
Thank God. Very cool.
All right, so we can look at holistically, the World Bank issued the report on the 6th of November, and the main focus is about how we for empower the private sector. We'd expect somebody from World Bank for making them come and can explain about how within World Bank feel about the private sector and also on how we economy don't fare on. Some challenges, along the line, some good news in that report. If you go through that report, you will see that one thing we agree upon, it's inflation rates don't drop. As per September, according to the report, it was 5.4%. So it's, it did with statistics earlier, so you know that there's a amount of fair share on the inflation. But let's start off with Kasim. This private sector, what has been the problem over the years in terms of the private sector and government?
Let me say good morning to Sierra Leone. It's been an issue in this country and all, literally African country, working with government to do what they can do best. Now, Sierra Leone has a population of 8.5 million, yeah? About 8.5 million. According to the same World Bank, they say we're supposed to grow at a rate of 4.4%. Yeah? Our GDP was 6.41. Now it's about 7.79. Now, the major employer in this country has been government. That should not be the case. Yeah? Private sector growth can only happen when they have access to finance. And that is very key. If the private sector cannot access finance, it becomes burdensome to government. And what can government do? We can expand our GDP. Absolutely. Can we? We can, yes. We have the extractive industry, yeah? Now, I give you just a case in point. Ghana recently instituted a gold bond, or gold board, whatever they call it. It has been working. We also produce cocoa, the cocoa board. We produce cocoa, diamond, and the likes. You need to, or we have to, institute what I call value added to these things. Yeah, not just getting them and off they go out of the shelves or out of this country. You don't empower people. You empower people when we do the finished product and export it out of Sierra Leone. So what government need to do, if say I as a businessman want a facility, wants a loan at a single digit rate, it helps that investor or that local person to be able to borrow more and invest more.
So which don't be the problem so far in terms of accessing then loan then they, because I mean I remember people only talk about going to them banks and they forget loan. It's quite difficult, and especially within the bank then they ask for, I mean in terms of collateral and all, it's quite difficult.
You see, yes, you can blame the bank, but you also cannot blame them. Because they also need to get...
So logo inside small.
Okay. You can blame the banks then, but not all the time. Because Sierra Leone, like cash economy, people like for keep money in the house. Now when the money go into the banking system, the bank themselves able for lend or borrow people.
So for me, they see them bank, they no can get money for...
The bank no can get the money.
Okay.
Because we as Sierra Leone, you know, we get a responsibility. Sierra Leoneans as well. We can always complain government or they do this government. What did we do as Sierra Leoneans? The banks then if we the bank as 8.5 million, say 5-6 million people they do banking on a daily basis. Money they go to the bank they able on lend it to other people. But the money not they go to the bank there.
Is it attitude or you want to put us probably people and not get money for safe? Because talking to a lot of people, they will tell you that I mean the how the economy tough, how somebody will go save money in a bank where some people they live in the day-to-day earnings.
It's a mindset. Not that 1 million we get, you know, they will put in a bank. It's all a mindset. Until government put policies or systems in place where they compel people for stop for do cash transaction and let the money flow to the banking system. Because every 10 million where you put in a bank, the bank able lend that money there. Yeah? Until where you need them back, somebody else go down and put money. But if the money not they go into the banking system, how would you expect the bank to do it? It comes from government systems and government policies.
Okay.
Yeah, when those policies are in place and they implemented to the latter, then you see a difference.
Bokayla being into this conversation, I mean, you feel like governments don't they do too much for, I mean, empower the private sector?
Yeah, surely government don't try for do so many for empower the private sectors.
How?
Yeah, sometimes we don't see in this country government don't provide subsidies for private sectors them. They don't help for establish loan facility for them. But sometimes what they affect the government now the corrupt systems of the private sectors. But government really don't really try to provide those necessary things there for them. Really. It don't at least create some infrastructures, facilities for the private sectors. And at present, in areas, so certain areas in the provinces, we don't enjoy light systems.
I must confess the government already do extremely well in terms of agriculture.
Yeah.
And of course, we don't see kickback, I mean, investing, and people no seems for they do waiting the government get and then finance them before. I mean, we don't see that kickback there.
Yeah.
I mean, but amidst the agriculture sector, I mean, look at businesses, which government don't they do in terms of loan? Like how we had to talk about.
Yeah, government really, the government they really try their own efforts. Sometimes for deal with matter might very difficult. Yeah, but sometimes governments they provide loans with a minimum interest for those private sectors there. Yeah. Government don't really play your part here.
Aside of the agriculture sector, you get any other side if you could pinpoint where governments don't help in terms of the private sector?
Yeah, even the market system. The market system, government don't really try a lot. Present we don't see the new one. Whose kind of infrastructure government don't provide at the free town? Government don't really try for it.
Look at, I mean, evidence of which we talk about. So I mean, you can pinpoint now. I mentioned see the free salon project, or categorically tell you that I mean it's mixed bag, and you tell you that the enabling environment, the private, I mean the government is only creating for private sector. I will tell you PC and Son is one. We don't help the free salon project. I mean they so much. So if you want to make a submission like that, let us get at least a call out names that governments don't create, I mean don't give this don't facilitate for make this business gets loan for push through. I mean look at them then so that we're going to get a setup for this conversation.
Okay. Let's talk about one of the educational systems presently. Like we talk about the private sectors, about the educational systems. We don't see a lot of facility. We don't provide very training. Like recently there was a training for all private sector schools them where they go through. When government train those schools there about what? The P1 and the P2 training yearly. But there's a lot of what government don't do for what? For really straight the what? The private sectors yearly.
You don't read the World Bank reports?
Yeah, I don't go through yesterday.
So you look at the report and there are still challenges that has to do with the private sector. You agree with them?
Yeah, there's challenges really. But these challenges lies between both the private sectors and the what? Little bit of the government side.
Little bit of the government side.
Yeah.
All right. Baka, seems for agree at some point. In feel like governments don't do too much. I mean, it's like within the private sector. I mean, there's amounts of, I don't know the word. Be careful for use the word. But in terms of, I remember, ban pulling reports recently that has to do with, I mean, people who want to invest in the country. I mean, where they come for can invest in terms of the mining sector and all those kind of stuff. I mean, there is this amount of money the government they lost because of, I mean, tax waivers and all that, and which of course we go on for blame government. Say government need to monitor, but at some point, if government no waive tax because you want for can invest in the country, then you have to own up to that responsibility. So should we not consider all the factors there? I mean, like blaming only the private sectors as well, in both local and international or foreign, to put it.
Okay. Thank you very much. My brother and I say the private sector, corrupt system, to be exact. They say corrupt system in the private sector. I wonder what are those systems in the private sector. I'm a private businessman. They go find me money for can invest. Yeah? Now, I give myself an example. We get a group of companies. We get petroleum. Recently, we launched security. Then we launch another aspect of our business. We don't get no help from government, but as a company, we manage, we finance well. Now, let me take you back to memory lane. When government opened the telco space back then, it was Celtel, correct? We've been use scratch card. That time, I remember, scratch card, about $10. People still they buy. Then they begin get competition at the space. You get Comium and the likes, although Comium later come out. now communication don't become, even small picking able use cell phone. Landlines no dey again. Seratel is a non-starter. Yeah? Now, if we dey talk for help the system, the government and the private sector need to work hand in glove. Are we together here? We need to work hand in glove in order for change the trajectory of this country. This is not only the current government with in place, this past, yeah? Now so then they work. So, yes, me brother, the toxic corruption. I want to know who side the corruption they come out from the private sector. Government, they help. Fairly maybe so, yeah? For give money to certain people. But if we not do businesses and decode with tax system, yeah, because you mentioned about tax waivers. I give you an example in the US. They get different tax systems. The federal government, the state level, the county levels. Yeah, we only get one tax system, NRA. Yeah, we're not the state. We don't get tax system, say for the districts. How then we able to fund them in them? Then therefore go back to government. If the tax system is broken down, it can help sometimes. When an investor comes say, we give you tax break. Yeah, we go give you tax break in one area, tax waiver. But they're still liable to some of the taxes, like the district tax level, maybe the council level. You get for pay those taxes. What do you do? Yes, then give you break. But by paying the other taxes, employing people, they will in turn pay the other tax where they give you waiver on. It helps. But you have to work closely with the private sector. If they can get cheaper loans.
We don't see a situation where people in the Canadian country go through governments help them, then the team where governments help them for in the first place, they're not even when they come to the country, they're different, they can't
because the monitoring system is weak.
So do you blame governments or do you blame individual people for not, owning up to
who
integrity?
Is government, by the way? It's you and I. It's for and by the people. Government is you and I. And every time we blame government, you are blaming yourself for not doing the right thing. If we, Sierra Leoneans, decide, say, we could do the right thing for this country, things will change, of course. Not just pointing fingers as government as a whole, but you and I, as Sierra Leoneans, we get for sacrifice, for let things change in this country. Not every day complaining, government is government. Government not able to employ everybody. It's not possible. But if the private sector is strong, then get a voice, things will change. The trajectory will change, most definitely. Most definitely, it will change.
Is Sierra Leone tax friendly?
I don't know which country that is tax friendly. Because taxes, people don't want to pay taxes. Civilized countries, people don't want to pay taxes. The only thing they do, they strengthen the system. You not go able to broke into the system. Yeah? For letting you not pay taxes. That is it. So tax friendly is synonymous to me, the word. But all over the world, citizens don't like to pay taxes. Sierra Leone is one of those countries. People don't like to pay taxes. And if we not pay taxes, how can the system function? How? It's not a magic. We get roads, schools, so many things to do. You need money on a daily basis. So I'm saying if we get a different tax systems, like some of the civilized countries or the advanced countries, yeah, to the district level, the local council, and all, it might help because you they give them money and you they give them power and monitor and see what you go do. But every time you they go back to government and say, government will give you a budget. This is not money where they wait from government. What do they do for generate income? For your council, for your district? It takes two to tango.
All right. So, Bokari, this is the concern. But when you look at enabling environments as well, you look at waiting for make private sector and do well, or businesses in this country do well in terms of good roads, electricity. These are all challenges we stated in this report that government need for focus on. We see there is this mix-up between the mention 300, whether it ever be actual cash or it ever be, pushing the private partnership for make we get a strong electricity. These are all challenging, but you feel like government still want to do more.
Yeah. You see, one of the things who was president government for they do now for more get strong monetary systems in the country. We know say with lots of private sector they can in. We get some local basis and what so national, international basis. We have private sectors them. But what governments always for try for do for monitor those people's them, their activities them, either daily or what monthly. More just find out say if somebody they can establish a particular thing, maybe say that thing they establish. And make government focus by about what are these private sectors in short runs and in long runs. Because most time government they target most of the long runs then. Not for just can make profit and go back. But now for what? How for serve the people there for a longer period, really. These are things government really for monitor those activities.
So what about the enabling environment, road, electricity, which of course in terms of electricity we still challenge as a country?
Yeah, electricity now one of the things we're not cheap. Now one of the things we're not so cheap really. But we also see the government don't try a little bit really. With the citizens of certain province areas get light today. Through by solar system. But these are companies them. You get some bigger companies that where they can in for say government go able to just supply them light like that way. It's not easy. But government there on the good side, really.
They complain about the private sector. I mean, look at business owner there.
Yeah.
Look at the things we didn't do. And you go find out, say, this is a conversation. We're supposed to get somebody from World Bank who can talk about the report, I mean, itself. Well, let's have this conversation. You look at business owner, they will tell you that generally the market is not friendly. And because of business need a day, and they will feel like someone will tell you that then they underpaid and stuff, or probably get a limited staff because you feel like the country is not business friendly. I just want to put on that way. I mean, so there are a lot of mix up here and there, and in that situation, in the you want to look at say waiting governments will do how we go able to fix this, why in the private sector will be empowered. I mean, a lot of Sierra Leoneans they go enjoy. We go hit that target of 75,000 because when you talk about hitting 75,000 jobs, it's not only there for do with government. It get mixed with the private sector. But how do we make our market business friendly so that we go able to hit that 75,000?
It not go easily, but the market now a place like the kind of market we don't join in this country now an open market where everybody. One, it's not easy, they tell you, say, the market is friendly. It's not very easy. But,
all right, Ja, I mean, let ask the same question again to you. I mean, and one for hits the 75,000 job creation, I mean, for salon people there. And the concern here is, salon not market friendly. I mean, people will tell you that business owner or CEOs will tell you that we need to make better profit, and that lead in a situation where you feel like we either some people underpaid and staff them, or probably some people not even employ better staff them. How do we fix this problem?
Say, let me say this to you. Again, this is a country of a population of 8.5 million. It's a small market. Yeah. Expanding the market also comes from what the policies that government they put in place for able to hire more people. Yeah, for able to invest. The market, like you say, has to be friendly. Friendly in a sense that I'm not going to worry about my investment tomorrow. So if I put money now, I know say I get stability. Yeah. For I recoup my investment, say short term, long term, or medium term. Yeah? So if I not get that flexibility from the government and then the support from the government, it makes it difficult sometimes. Market friendliness goes in different ways. It goes in different ways. Yeah? People say market not friendly. I hear you. It depends to the industry where you do.
So which one are you taking? Is it are we market friendly in this country?
Market friendliness, like I said, you can term it in so many ways. Say the market not friendly. Friendly in a sense, maybe you are not making what you want to make. Maybe you're not able to sell your product to the market. So the market strategies, they come into play in those areas. But it gets for do with some of the things where government. I give you a classic example. Me sitting here, we don't put an ad to hire certain people. We know will get for weeks. Now we don't do security. It's difficult for attract some of the people where you want for hire because this is a post-war country, and the mindset also is different. And a lot of the young people also no one for work. They complain, say there are no jobs. But guess what? Given them the opportunity, some don't want for work.
Is it there is no job or probably waiting them want is not available at that moment?
I disagree with you. I can give you a case in point myself sitting in front of you. When I finished college in the US, I don't get a job. I go to a security company for hire me in a managerial post. Guess what? They say no. I say, okay, give me the lowest job you get. I learned. In 6 months, I became a manager because of what I can do. Sometimes you take the lower level job, show yourself what you can do, your skills, and then let the people who are around you see what you can do. Through that, they give you an opportunity. But here, people don't want to do mentorship. Sierra Leone, I'm afraid to say. They don't want for mentor. They don't want to be mentored. How? They feel like, oh, I know it all and I can do it all. It's not possible. Gold is not gold until it goes through fire. So this nice small country, yes, we're not Boku, but we can make do with what we have. If really the mindset is where it's supposed to be. I hear me brother they talk, say government don't do a lot. Maybe in some areas. Yes, we need to train the youths. Give them the opportunity to learn the skills. Because if you bring a company now, somewhere, maybe it comes out from England, for can do a certain business here. They're not able to find staff now. What do you expect them to do? They go bring expatriate. That expatriate then get for Gia Os, get for Gia Motoka, pay them a different salary. Where that money for go to the youths? So I will say, we will urge the government to take a step by creating places where these young minds can be used properly. The young minds. Train them. Get them out of this, I don't want to use the word I want to use. You understand? So they can be trained, be ready for the job market. So the friendliness or non-friendliness of the economy or the system comes from all of these things. Different businessmen can tell you different things, depending what they feel now they should. Me, I can tell you what how they feel. Yeah? I can tell you what in a company they go through. It's difficult sometimes to attract the mindset of people where you want to work for you. Because the training centers that we need might not be enough. Everybody want to go college. They want to be a lawyer. They want to. Fine. How many lawyers do we need? Where are the tech jobs? How can we improve the system? Put the system in place. And then enforce it. Because the enforcement sometimes, no day. For enforce these things, it becomes difficult. Very, very difficult. So friendliness of a system, you can term it in different ways. Whichever way you see it or it fits your shoes.
Quickly, let's highlight well, I don't know how to put this, but let's highlight the areas that we feel like government, one, we don't talk about access to loan, which of course are a huge challenge, and of course the skills, of salon people, and some not even match up to waiting then job than they require. Let's quickly highlight then issues there.
You see, we they talk about skills training, vocational training. You have tourism, agriculture, which government seems to be making efforts on this feed salon, but not to only government. I keep saying this thing. It's not only government, but government also has a role to play. Yeah, you link schools. Schools here in the school. I don't know if the schools even communicate with their curriculums. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. In their curriculums, when they offer as schools. Yeah, we right now need tech jobs. Go to Kenya, for example. They have the M-Pesa. Yeah, Ghana right now they talk about cocoa board. Given the government huge resources, where you get for sell to government, you know for take them out. You sell to government, government buy to you, government sell. It gives the government power. It gives them money. Now government can now look and say, okay, where are the Sierra Leoneans that are serious in XYZ industries? Let's sit down and have a talk. there's XYZ finance available. We can give you at literally nothing. But show us your plan, what you can do. Please, bear me here for a second. I watched a video a few days ago. The former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo. He said he pick a phone and call Aliko Dangote, as he called him, Aliko, 5 a.m. in the morning. He said, Aliko, where are you and what are you doing? Aliko now he said, what do you expect me for to do for a young man like me for do at 5 a.m. in the morning? He said, I want to see you in Abuja at 7 o'clock in the morning. Now Aliko tell us, he said, I'm not going with it at 7 o'clock. He said, because the first flight now at 7 a.m. He said, but I go there by 9. 9 o'clock, Aliko Dangote showed up in Abuja from Lagos. I hope you did listen.
I get you. Go ahead.
To my listeners out there. Also, he show up 9 o'clock in the morning. The president look at him and say, I want a honest answer. He said, why you know they produce cement in Nigeria? Now Aliko look at him, say, Mr. President, do you want an honest answer? He said, yes. He said, make it profitable for me to produce cement here as I am making profit importing. The man said, what are you able to do for you? They had a discussion. He said, what are you able to do? He said, I can able to produce 5 million tons a year. Wait, with you know what, it not ever happen in Nigeria. They create the enabling environment for Aliko. Aliko, he built the first 5 million. Even the president be the monitor, he put people in for monitor. For me, your words. At some point, Aliko called and said, say, Mr. President, he said, you look for Sabi, what did happen in my business, now this project, more than me, what you do? He said, yes. He said, anything Nigeria becomes my project. Are you following me here?
Oh.
The man built the first 5 million, the second one, the third one, the fourth one. The man even take him, can go to Senegal, can go to other countries. What am I saying here? We get companies where they produce certain things in this country. Yeah? Try to empower them and discourage the importation of these goods. Let them give you target that I can produce this to cut the importation, but reduce their cost. Reduce the cost for them. You make them agile. You give them that energy. You create a synergy between government and the private partnership. Then industries grow in this country. But if you look around, most of our consumables are imported. Where is the money going? It's going back out of here. Recently, I see a report on rice. If I'm not making a mistake here, I think they say it don't reduce by 21%. That's based on the things where government they put in place. Now, what do? Encourage more farmers. So we know we're able to import that rice again. We go buy the local rice. It gives jobs.
But when you talk about rice, so that's another concern. And we local produce or product in this country, they'll talk about rice because you make mention of it. The president, I remember, it's talking to reduce by 20%. But let's look at the price for the local rice in the country.
That's what I'm saying.
This is quite expensive than that of the one way they can.
That is what I'm saying to you. Reduce the locally used, locally produced.
So they'll tell you the one and they say for the produce then rice, they will tell you that production is quite expensive.
Expensive. That's what I'm saying to you. So the synergy between government and private sector is not there.
Okay.
Create the synergy so that what they produce now is cheaper. It encourage me as a Sierra Leonean for go buy what they produce, not go for the imported and also improve on your quality. If the quality is good, why I go left me local one way cheaper with better quality than the imported one? Why?
Why you feel like production in this country seems to be expensive?
It seems to be expensive because most of the materials are imported.
Okay.
When you import the material, first you need foreign exchange to import. Cost is high. You bring and come. By the time you don't clear your product now, Wataki, there's an added cost. What do? You cannot sell the way you want to sell.
So here comes taxation. Taxation.
That's what I was saying to you.
Seems to be. I mean, businessman, seems to get that kind of environment as being friendly.
So if you can reduce my cost, like Obasanjo did for Aliko Dangote, if you can do that, it makes things better. The poor to the poorest can also have access to these things. People want to build houses. I know there are factories here where they do packaging instead of manufacturing. Sit with these guys. how can we make it profitable for you for do 100% manufacturing, produce Naya, so that man weigh 1 billion hoes, you know go to that constraint. How many cranes do you see in this country, in this capital city? Cranes, construction cranes, very few. That tells you there's no activities in the economy. There's no activity. Construction. You hire so many people. It goes so many things you need for do these things. This is where government comes in. Make it cheaper for me, for produce Naya. Frustrate the one we want come because we the produce Naya. When we begin to do packet water, where's that business? It's saturated everywhere. People, they go buy the machine and they produce water. It brought the cost down. Competition day. But if not only one person they do that business, then the population they suffer. They scream and shout. Government has to listen. We cannot grow without having our own industries locally producing these materials. We cannot grow as a country. It's difficult. We will always continue to cry or cry down the government. But they have a responsibility too as a government to help the private sector grow. Private sector growth changes the trajectory. The Americas we run to go today too, that we scream and shout. It's private sector led. Private sector.
How do we fix a situation? I don't talk to few business owners. They will tell we probably don't they produce then goods that within the country. They will tell you another challenge then they face with is about how citizens of Sierra Leone they accept. It's about the mindset of Salone believing outside products than that of goods produced within the country.
Make it cheaper. Yeah.
So as long as things cheap, people will...
If it's reasonable and the quality is good, don't compromise on your quality. Do not. But government should help to reduce the cost, bring it down. If the cost they don't, I am telling you, look at the goods coming from China. You go see and some of them in the shine show. By the time you use them 1-2 times, bam, it's out of order. You know they work again. Go on at the shop, we buy and they go tell you, say, hey, we sell so buy them. We don't sell Gildon. You know they get refund. What do? Now imagine if we self can produce some of these things now, yeah. The enabling environment is there for me as a businessman to invest and know that my investment is guaranteed. I bet you, when that product is produced, put in the market, Sierra Leoneans will buy it. Why are we buying locally made cement? Why? Somebody tells you, I'd rather buy the local made cement than the imported one. But also make it easier for the people the way they do it. So that then the competition not going to be too high between the locally made and the imported one. So it's government really has a role to play. The businessman too has a role to play. I want to make profit. Yes, of course. I want to make profit once I get my product out there. But cost must be lesser for me to be able to do that.
What can I bring you into this conversation? Talking about don't they talk about for reduce cost, for make the market be competitive, so that people and friendly as well, of course, and for make them be friendly. What meeting actually you want for the line there?
Yeah,
or you get a different view?
Like I see where you talk about people's opinions about goods them. Like local made goods, two things for improve on. One, the quality of the goods. Okay. When the quality of the goods, even if the goods expensive, say people need to buy them. Since people don't use them, even the goods expensive, since the quality good, people always they go for in. And once about we talk about the quantity again. Sometimes people not just want to spend money where the quantity is small, but sometimes the quality is for day and the quantity back for day. Those two things, the private sectors for improve on those, the manufacturing sectors for improve on those things there.
So even if government creates the enabling environment for them, give them all within they want, it should be a situation where therefore based on the quality.
The quality.
And of course, some people could say, you see, when something they make in this country, because of it's for Sierra Leone, people need to put effort in producing or in making those things because of they feel like this is Salone people.
Yeah, that's the opinion. But when somebody use it, when the quality is always good, when somebody use it, now so they go begin selling them out. That's always our opinion. Say anything we make now Salone is not good. But We don't see outside this other companies they can, like the water companies them. First all they can, people not be agree for ban, they still in a salon they make them. But all people they begin use and they don't say what this water company they're so good. People they go in for now. For now, all may see some people they even get bucket water again now. People will decide say what man buy the packet water because they don't say what the quality always good. Huh? We don't see the local cement. People like the local cement than the what? The imported cement because people don't say what the quality of the local cement is good because people think say since the imported cement they take now the ship for Canada they take time. People don't always go for the local based one because they don't say the quality good and the quantity sometimes is enough really.
So holistically, we are about to wrap up before big calls. I mean, and for you believe say governments don't do more, and you feel like government don't do so, then government need for do more. I mean, what are those more we feel like government need for do for empower the private sector?
One, government need for do a little bit. One, put the tax low. Strengthen the monitor systems in the country.
So how will we put the tax low? I mean, tax and other means for country get money as well.
Yeah, but when there is a lot of employment in that sector, it bring income back to the government. But if you bring, say, you just build everything about tax, what did happen? If the private sector they spend more of their income per tax, what did happen? They find out say the employment rate is for low. But when they spend less and create more employment, is better than what? Than for put the tax up, than make they employ few people then. But when they employ more people then, it's better than what they put more tax on those goods then. Okay. And one, the monitor system back for good. Government for always monitor those private sectors there. If they didn't have the right track, clearly, that is another part of government for do. And try for us 20 so infrastructure and facilities there, like what? Water facility, electricity, and even good road network, clearly.
So one, you talk about tax. Tax law,
yes,
infrastructure, do with water, road, and electricity. And that three, they don't know you want for mention. You not get any other one again. Just those three.
Yeah, those three.
All right, we carry up now and one for pick calls now. And you agree? I know you don't talk about tax. You don't talk about making things cheaper. Well, I ask back again, how we go able to make? How government be able to survive? Where government, they depend on taxation.
You know, taxation goes in different ways. Yeah. Like my brother just said, they talk about disposable income. If I get a disposable income, I can spend more. Yeah, even for go buy things that I don't need. But because I get the money, I go buy them. I hope you listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, how can government help? So many ways government can help in reducing tax burden from people. Because when I get more money in my hand, then my expenditure level, that's my disposable income, is higher. I could able buy things them. Sometimes even things that one only there's need, there's want. I can go buy what I don't want. Just because I get extra money. So reducing taxes, it comes in different forms. Reduce the manufacturing cost for industries. We need industries here. Industries, we need them. We don't get that many industries. But if the cost for them for produce this item is lesser, and they can still make profit and make good product, government will still make money because when you can buy, you self go pay taxes. So that 100 million where you get, probably going to end up taxing 5 or 6 times. What you go end up forget now small money, but you not go grumble if you get the item there at a lower cost. My brother also talk about products what I've been discussed earlier. Say the quality for be good. We don't give several examples. How can you improve quality when the earning or the buying power not that good? It's the mindset people say, oh, okay, what did them pull in England? It better pass what did them make in salon. It's not always true. These guys or the private sector, they go through so many constraints. Recently, I see some Lebanese guys launch sardine factory in here, but they don't lost nothing here. We know the about again. We get for change with mindset. that not everything made Sierra Leone is inferior. It's not true. Where is your patriotism as a Sierra Leonean? Where? Yes, we have infrastructure challenges. Roads, yes, we need roads. Energy. These are not cheap. Government need for pull the hand pan some of them here. Gear into private sector for run. Water is not cheap. People want to let them put pump for them now down the street, make them get water for free. What side then they buy that chlorine? Not to give them the give them. But if not a private sector led system, you know we expect private sector for can't put tank for you in a road and give water. You get for pay for them.
At some point, I agree where government need for put certain laws the way. I mean, some goods are not supposed to be inside the country.
No.
They're supposed to be within it.
Exactly.
And so that it will be a situation where you know get any option but for buy within waiting to happen at the country.
Exactly.
Thank you so very much. We'll go first call online already. Log online again in the pick. Let's call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Malaika Steven of Scandal for.
Oh, it's Malika. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I support Mr. Jia where they talk about the government. It don't they do a lot, but it need for do more. One, they talk about the youth and forget the opportunities for land. Yes, we get that opportunity then there's them in the world who will get trade centers like na Fayi Junction, one trade center being there where people then they go land and get certificates for any kind of job. Is there an upwarding again? I believe so one in there Maboaka, all the institution and the state infrastructure and there for youth for land. Is there again? I not to believe that. Then they talk about the business friendly, how business for the friendly to other people then. We don't see who say government on the try how they say, but government monopolize some area then. You know, like the timber. For export timber, government be monopolizer and get into one company when a leadway. We don't see what the CEO for leadway don't do. You know, by building a whole of stadium. You know, so that's enough for enough for be monopolized. Then it suppress people by inflating taxes.
Okay.
Look like what they do to cold storage at one point down London mining. So all that thing the government need for looking to that. You know, now that's my own take.
All right. Thomas Yama is saying from our Facebook live page, or Yoma is saying from our Facebook live page, he said the private guy in the studio is making a lot of sense. I mean, it's a reference to how President Obasanjo empowered Dangote is great. Let me ask this. What is the goal of the Chamber of Commerce industry, a sectoral charge to empower the private sector in all of this discourse? I mean, it's asking about the role of the Chamber of Commerce. So I'll go online again and pick another call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ivan.
Good morning. Father Lambert, I guess.
Just like quickly, Mr. Malaika, they say,
Okay.
like now, the government need to give opportunity to the youth in terms of job facility, in terms of kids, we say them go able to learn their own job. But can you imagine? I don't see no minister or no government institution where we say we don't open a company where for employ the youth away about 500 to 600 one day. The youth in the past astray where it takes Ramadan and Kush. What kind of job than this? Really advertise to the government. Let them make a way for let the youth then get employment. The idleness on plenty by the youth then now. And the institution they are already talk so if they work 1,000 euros for a month, what it go do towards you and your family there? Look a bag of rice now how it costs. Don't they say the youth there for land job? What the job they want I don't create for the youth there? Thank you very much, Ivan.
All right, that's another concern again. And Mystic the Wazak from our Facebook live page is saying, below go online again is 079-994-993. Let's pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and side you call from, please.
Now, I can't say the call from Ogon.
All right, Pakonse, go ahead.
I tell the panelists then 30. What's in the talk? The government, then they try. But the tax, some man then to one can invest. Where you read the tax where then they put, you want go clear now what a key, you want go take something. Sometimes where you been pay 5 million, where you can now then say 150,000. So some man then they discourage
Don't the other timber government not the monitor. They're not a monitor at all. Then they relax. Look how many companies they will get at the mining. We get 21 mining companies at this country. If then they monitor all them things, then they don't NRA all side and they monitor. We're not going to get a problem then they. If you now make Boku not agree for that because the tax too heavy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mr. Kadwazak from our Facebook page is saying, indeed, the private sector is going through many constraints. I mean, just that the mentality of the public. I mean, many Sierra Leoneans more respect the value of money on overseas goods than the ones that are produced in Sierra Leone. I mean, logo line again and pick another call. And hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Your name and the call from, please.
Yeah, Nina Samuel, I call from Matalo.
Samuel from Matalo, go ahead.
I'm at the Epic Radio morning show, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I say I just want to tell the CEO of a German group of companies, thank you for what they do in a saloon. And I also forget this kind man in a saloon in 4, 5, 6 or 100 steps in a saloon. We know say the one on saloon they change. We talk of the areas the way he mentioned, so where government for help, for let at least let things then go down for the private sectors them. That side in a right area in the talk so. Imagine like what in they do now so as an entrepreneur, we in the try for help for let at least the hello?
Yeah, go ahead, I'll get you. Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, we in the try for help at least for let the least man in a saloon able get a job for let able help in family for let them grow. With what in they do so, I believe say if any government leader or neither government ministers or MP they then self come, then decide to let will help. Despite government, what government they do, let me self help. Let will bring more things inside way. At least will push the development in Salon.
Okay.
At least Salon will change a step.
Thank
will
you.
Change into a new dimension.
Thank
by,
you.
By so doing, like for example, like where Sierra Leone cement that they produce so. Graph is doing what are the other different companies when they
thank you
where
so
they
very
push.
much.
Like we talk of the sardine, even we self now we don't like so much that we not even go again for that.
Thank you so very much. You exceed 1 minute. 079994993 and the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. When you call, go straight to the point and stay within 1 minute. Log online again. Hello, good morning.
Yes, yeah, okay. Boy from Godrich.
Boy, go ahead from Godrich.
Yeah, we the people then. Now we really not the market because now we the buy, now we the sell.
Yeah.
And I think say honesty therefore be a key factor for address for we the people then. Because and laziness. If we not get the zeal for land, a lot of youth then they tie their destiny to the outcome of a political party in result, which is wrong. There are things you can do minus politics. If we're not ready for take up the skill, we always the grumble say economy hard, but we tell somebody say, well, show me what you want to do. You will not go do it. Then two, if we get a skill, then we need to be honest in delivering that skill. They're not going to give you oats for bill. You make the oats so powder, and you expect to get the next job because information they go say that man in a bad contractor, so you go get the skill. So here is the thing: for let the market function, we own contribution for be the zest for land, and not to just high level, you know, go or not on money degree. Actually, the middle income skill level is very very important. And then for delivery, just with honesty. Now they will talk as a people, and I think that except people then grab, put their shoulders to the wheel, and ready for take risk. You don't go just successful overnight. You get to put your shoulder to the wheel and bear so that you will get success. I can tell you one day, I give somebody quota for make for me. We don't agree on 1.2 million. I give him line of 25,000. I give him 25,000 for my line. He eats some money day. Because of that 25,000, he lost the 1.2 million contract. And they argue with me back.
All
they
right.
go to Chief Man. So these are the little things we the consumers and government they create jobs in the sense that look the bridge from where they put bridge na Kunkiawe, this area develop Godry, Tego, Bobo and with all the shops that we don't open they employ people there. That is how government enable. But there is still more on the government side to go and agree. But I know we will talk on now.
Thank you so very much. 079-994-993, the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. I mean, we don't discuss around waiting governments for do for empower the private sector. I mean, log online again and pick another call. Hello, good morning.
This is the Lion.
The Lion, go ahead.
You know, Allah help we.
I mean.
You know, when somebody they talk for some person, you know, me now the only government is what he say, me the Lion, I no get work. Now the only government is where then they, I no ever get work. The past government the way they, you know, when we begin vote for, they all are the do well, are the put food now, all the man table. For this government, I can never allow work. I buy motor car, I they run, then go say the past government, I get 500,000, I they will license and insure motor car. Now they go tell me say 3 million something, 3 million. Then for you drive the license. We own category up to 3 million use. So tell me how we able. It make me woman, my family, they all run out, they all go. I'm not able to get job. I go to the extent where this mean a mechanic. I go to the extent I go find job when I'm Lebanese. I go so fire now 1 week, then they give 2 liters for go sell water. Then come my roti.
Thank you.
So what you pay? What the salary what they give and what they pay for the South Day and for Goyanda, the money what they pay for Goyanda and the salary what they give 1,500,000. Yeah, you what they pay, they come out to Kakila, they go to Lumley region, so they take all the Muskaba, they take all the bike for all free.
Thank you so very much. You don't exceed 1 minute. The Lion, thank you.
So that is the person can say you there, you know, inside garages and all the garages are the long big.
Thank you so very much. You exceed the 1 minute. 079-994-993. I mean, we'll call stay within 1 minute. I mean, we look at the MCC report the other day, and you look at job opportunities. Salon score 82%, and that shows that, I mean, opportunity there, but what are we missing as a nation is another concern there. So we'll go online and take a second to last caller again. And hello, good morning.
Good morning, Ivan Julius Lee.
Concerned citizen, good morning, long time.
God bless. Very, very interesting and topic. I mean, one thing we may ask Mr. Bokai, spell it out here, the business and waiting and corrupt. You know, they go one for make a give indication waiting outside corrupting at the business and waiting at the business and we make the country not do well. Right. Then to the other guests, I really talk about factories and with yes, but you know, feel say where everything has been politicized in this country. It's extremely difficult for come up in business. Example, like we Jagaban come for open Okada factory or waiting, so that we go get Okada very reasonable in this country. Even the business and waiting, the partner they will buy prices of transport will go down. All them things and the una no feel say those business waiting has been politicized. I guess we concern. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. 079-994-993. We'll take our last call and try for turn the mic to we guess them for respond to the question that we don't put forward to them. Log online again and pick our last lucky caller. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Back out from 4 weeks. Stay within 1 minute, yeah?
Always try to see, the government begin get a wrong. We the ordinary people, let's see. Now we are the problem to the economy. The government, when they come, you understand, they decide for change this money, and then tell me say they need to shatter and back the economy. And when people are begin change this money with no policy, we feel say they go can add 20,000, 30,000 and all. Then just change them entirely. Then they cause when they give me the money so far the pass we, then most of the business the way they do, now from salon to Guinea, where most of the small businessmen in the survive. Then you never again the taxes. Then the tax people them different way. Then come again to the trust or either loan. The ordinary citizen in a salon, they're not gonna trust some money, they're not gonna loan them. That small fight where that citizen they fight for they can get. Now they shop them and they went broke, so all different parts of them. Business people them, where they boom economy. Then they went broke people they shop them. The old people them they give them high tax. With this kind of suffering where they go through.
Thank
So
you.
it means the government that then are the cause because they not get no policy and we continue as the richest country in terms of mineral at the one whole world. Like where this man they talk, like the correct thing, when we they talk about how for privatize Guma, how for privatize the other side. It they help for the employment day. What's really money they graduate and come down? Who's one pan in the way they employ? Who's one pan in the way they go give loan, when they go trust money, they go out, go land book and come.
Thank you so very
Thank you.
much. Thank you so very much. I will not get better time again. What can I start off with you? The response to the callers then.
Yeah, somebody talk about co-auction, talk about the private sectors, say co-auction, these are the private sectors. Yeah, you see, when you talk about co-auction are very big terms. What do they talk about those co-auction are the private sectors? There are some private sectors in Aleme they expose the information to even the government, very difficult. And some of those things then, so they hide the co-authors, the co systems within themselves. You only made they expose the information to the government. How did they produce, what they can in and what they go outside. Sometimes what they can in, most of those private sectors they cut them in. What did they tell government na different thing they come in. And what they go out na different thing back they tell government tell them. These are some of the core system always what private sectors they get.
Okay. Thank you very much, Angela.
I think Bakar is making an indictment to the private sector this morning. Anyway, so many callers, they say a lot of things, and literally about the same thing with them. They say taxes, youth training, so on and so forth. But let me say this, this morning. All of us as Sierra Leoneans will get a responsibility to this nation for let this country move forward. I don't want to go into some of the comments, but like I say, the comments they are more or less the same. For government, the private sector in this country, in my own view, they are ready. They are ready in so many ways. Let government cut some of the red tapes. Digitalize some of this permit and some of the documents that we businessmen needs. If you go bring an investor, for example, from the US, we don't used to a system where you can sit down in your office, you do certain thing without, you don't even leave the confine of your office. You can't begin tell and say you get for go now, you get for go, you get
Business
for
registration.
registration.
Right off.
Right there, you don't turn them off. Digitalize some of the system where I can do Timbuktu and register my business as salon. So long as I get a representative here. But when you want for let the person come physically, sometimes the physical contact with some of these people discourage people. So make them easy. Let there be an easy access. And also make the economy a green economy. It helps. If we can produce what we eat here, like the government they try for do, it helps, it goes a long way. A long way. Tax breaks helps. Grant for innovation helps. There are youth out there with the language. Some of them get brains, but the innovation is not there for them to do it. How do they start? Where do they go? Who do they talk to? Some people they call up, one call away talk about politicizing of things. Well, guess what? That's what we live through. Some things are like that. But anyway, if we self-ready for these things, there will be change towards the direction or towards that direction. Government is we are the government. It's for the people and by the people. But government has to also accept some of these things. There are challenges in the a lot of challenges. This access to finance, my brother, I'll keep hitting that. When you don't get assets, you're not able to get finance most times. Yeah. And most of these people who want to do business don't get that kind of asset. Government can come in, bridge the gap. Yeah, help these people because they're going to create employment and follow them through the process. Monitor them.
Here.
Monitor them. Put systems in place to monitor these people. I can guarantee you that Bobo way they drive that Okada, some of them don't want for do but not because you don't get job. That one way they drive that keke in the street, not for say they want to do for reach their life. Because it's dangerous already.
All right. Thank you so very much, Amadou Kasim Jah, the CEO of J-Man Group of Company, and also Bokari Momo for being part of the Epic Morning Show.